mean, hello. Having a mic muted. Jeez. You missed the first hello. You just heard, saw, whatever. But yeah, let's play some Deathmark. Yeah? Let's also start up our vertical stream. We haven't done that in like a few days, honestly. So let me hit save there. Okay. That one's good. We have stream health on the horizontals looking good. Are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready for some Deathmark? We're gonna play chapter 3 today. So, hit go live for the vertical. And then go ahead, start recording for clips later, you know? But yeah, we're gonna do some chapter 3 Deathmark. I think we should probably aim for killing a person again, because we killed someone in the first chapter, or they died. We didn't kill them. The spirit killed them. We didn't kill them. The spirit did it. Okay? It was the spirit. We didn't do it. So, but this time we'll be doing our choices purposely to have one of them die. So maybe it will be our fault this time, because our choices, we're gonna make bad choices. Or like all the good choices. But end in bad. Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna make some bad choices. Oh, I'm excited. Don't have a kitty to cuddle with me right now. And I'm wearing my hoodie that's for one of my favorite TV shows. If you know, you know. If you don't know, then you'll find out eventually in your life, maybe. You should go watch it. Probably like, what show? What show? Go watch it. It's called Black Books. It's ridiculous. It's great. I love it. And then got my combined chat. Gonna put you right there. And I think all the information is looking good on everything. Mm-hmm. Cool. I kind of like name my vertical stream slightly different from my horizontal stream. Makes it easy. Let's hit some continuations. We're on this file over here. Let's go over. Let's hide the capture card for my vertical or my horizontal stream. We don't need the capture card there, do we? No. No siree. Okay. What did I just see? I feel like something just went off. Okay, so I think it was trying to tell us to go to bed, is where we left off. Yes. Chapter 2 Shimio end. I guess the chapter doesn't officially end until you go to sleep, but I think it starts hot into the next chapter. So, it's been 3 days since Shimio was defeated. Mashta has left, leaving only Christy and I at the mansion. We've not had any new mark bearers arrive, nor any new info on any spirits. Death's footstep keeps drawing nearer. Ooh. Good work, Lady Christy and Lord Yashiki. Did you obtain any clues? No, nothing really. I'd hoped, but... I see. Lady Saya's study seems optimal to contain something of interest. Ooh, it contains something. You like Resident Evil? Yeah, Resident Evil's good. We'll probably start Resident Evil, what was it? Revelations? After we finish Deathmark, I think. I haven't played Revelations yet. We're gonna start Revelations. I love the Resident Evil games are so good. They really are. Christy and I just finished investigating Saya Kujo's studies. It had been full of mountains of specialized books and piles of reports. It was a daunting task, but we did our best to search through them regardless. Except it was all futile. Everything was about healing the spirit. Nothing mentioned the mark at all. Yeah, Resident Evil's real good. Mr. Yashiki, don't you think it's useless to keep searching the mansion? You have any other ideas then? Well, remember what I said about H Shrine? I forgot. What? You lost your that memory? It's in the forest by H Castle. I was thinking, maybe the shrine is connected to all the spirit stuff. That's what Shimio's note said, right? Everything happening in the forest is the divine wrath of H Shrine. Then you think the mark and the spirit activity are because of the divine wrath? It's definitely a possibility. Disasters happen in many ghost stories and myths because of the wrath of gods. Isn't there value in looking into it? Maybe. Exactly what I expect from you. Always so quick on the uptake. Christy is brimming with confidence. She seems in a much better mood than she was 3 days ago. She's a famous reporter after all, so maybe this is what she's really like. Why would I give my phone number out to a random stranger? Weirdo. So Mary, I'd like to go see H Shrine. You don't mind, do you? It is true many unpleasant rumors surround that forest. If the cause is H Shrine, there may be some clues there. But even if there are, if it's spiritual, then how are normal humans like us supposed to find it? Christy and I don't have spiritual powers. In that case, could you bring me along with you to H Shrine? I should be able to sense the presence of anything spiritual. I can act as a guide as well. You know that shrine? Yes, in truth, it enshrines the guardian deity of the Kujo family. Over the generations, the heads have taken care of that shrine. However, that came to an end after the recent war resolved. As one who serves the Kujos, I am concerned about its present state. Then bringing you along would mean I have to carry you, don't I? As it is impossible for me to walk, I would agree with that assessment. I'm sorry to inconvenience you. Ooh, we're gonna carry. An overgrown forest in the dead of night. I'm not looking forward to having to carry Mary all the way to the shrine. You look worn out, and we haven't left. It's a small price to pay if we get any hints about the spirits. That's true. I think Mary's eager about this too, so I'll just have to deal with it, I suppose. Okay, let's go back to the forest. To the forest! Why is it highlighting? Are you not heading to H Shrine? Oh, I guess it doesn't want to talk. Okay. And then exit to the forest. Before we leave, we put Mary in the back seat. Thank God she's not as heavy as she looks. I should be able to carry her just fine. By the way, Mr. Yashiki, have you read the file over there? She points to the right side of the room and shelves packed with files. Not yet. I've searched most of the mansion, but I haven't checked the garage. Oh, really? Christy grabs a file and flips through the pages. Looks like articles on various crimes. The clippings cover every incident in H City and the surrounding area. Was Miss Cujo looking into criminal activity? Any of it look related to the mark? No, not as far as I can tell. These are all extremely old. The most recent is dated 5 years ago. She puts the files back. Alright, should we head out soon? Let's go! It's dark, yo. I park outside the entrance of the forest and gather Mary into my arms. We make our way to the familiar arch. There's still a long way to go. A middle-aged man carrying a doll. You're practically a ghost story yourself if someone sees you here. I'm very sorry to cause you such trouble. Mary stares up at me as I hold her. Her skin and hair glint bewitchingly when the light from the flashlight catches them. I have not been outside in a long time. And to go hiking in the arms of such a fine gentleman. Oh, and to go hiking in the arms of such a fine gentleman. It's like the game capture on the horizontal. Oh, there's like a little outline of orange along the sides, or the yellow. That's like the background. Oh. I wonder what that was pulled off to the side. The final countdown. Different. Oh, let this go wider. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by OBS. I noticed something weird. He calls me a fine gentleman. This is a very precious experience. He sounds as dispassionate as ever, but is she actually having fun? Still, it is just as the rumors say. This forest is filled with the curses and resentment of the dead. Simply their presence is enough to drive the living mad. The land is tainted. I can see why it has given birth to monstrous spirits. I bet if you track down the cause of it, it'll be the divine wrath. Let's hurry to the shrine. Yeah, let's hurry to the shrine. We reach the old Torii gate with no trouble. We stand and watch for a while, but nothing comes out of the beehives. They seem to be sleeping. It is most likely because Shimio is now gone. Each shrine is up those stone steps. At Mary's directions, we walk towards the gate. A small black shadow flits across our feet. It's that rabbit again. So this is the rabbit. Oh, so this is the rabbit you told me about, Lord Yashki. You are correct. It is very cute. The rabbit stares up at the two of us, then disappears towards the shrine. What in the world was that? What do you think, Mary? I felt a strange presence. It appears to be possessed by some kind of soul. So it's a spirit too? Indeed. Though it does not appear strong enough to give marks to humans. We know nothing of its true nature, so please, proceed with caution. We follow the rabbit under the Torii gate and up the stone steps. At the top, we find the wilderness creeping in. There doesn't seem to be anything here but an old altar. Is this H shrine? Sadly, it has fallen into despair. The war was over 50 years ago. I suppose this was to be expected. The black rubbish is gone. Deserted shrines give me the creeps. Let's hurry up and get to the searching so we don't have to stay here long. Oh. Well, why? All these statues are missing their heads. Headless Buddha statues are buried in the ground. Creepy. I wonder what happened here. Bunch of headless statues. There's a sacred Shimenawa rope on a ragged boulder cut. I wonder if that boulder is an Iwakura. What's that? According to ancient Shinto traditions, it's a sacred rock that a god descended on. It's not uncommon for the rock itself to become an object of devotion. It's a wooden shrine altar. A clouded old mirror serves as the Go Shintai. Looks like it's true that no one has taken care of this place for a long time. I peek inside the altar just in case, but all I find is a thick layer of dust. The Go Shinto outside and the altar is empty. It's concerning. I don't think there's any more we can search. The Buddha statue concerns me. Why are all the ones within the shrine missing their heads? Shinto and Buddhism were ordered to be separated during the Meiji period. The Meiji? Meiji. Before then, many shrines were dedicated to both. Each shrine was much the same. But in the Meiji period, there was a push to take Shinto to the main religion. The faiths were forced apart. Extremists stole the Buddhist statues from shrines and desecrated them. Oh, the famous anti-Buddhist movement. So this is where that happened. No, it was done in a public space as they wanted to make a show of it. Broken statues were carried here to serve as a memorial for worship. The Kyujo family head was said to be aggrieved, so he moved them in secret. It seems that all the broken statues from around each city were buried here. Strange. He said they were worshipped, but this place is pretty much a ruin. You have a keen eye, Lord Yashiki. The shrine was subsequently dug up and the statues were stolen. So they came all the way into this huge forest just to carry off broken statues? Who would do something like that? That I do not know. I merely heard they were stolen 50 years ago around the time of the war. So, the statues were broken, thrown away, and then dug up? They say the Buddha has a wealth of patience, but even he'd get angry. Would that anger have turned the to divine wrath and give birth to the mark and spirits? Mary, have you been able to feel the presence of any spirits or whatever? About that. This land is much more foreboding than I had imagined. The enmity of the forest swallows all else. It is hard to sense beneath it. So, too much background noise. Yes, although I do sense the same presence as Lady Christie's mark, however faint. I am sure the spirit that gave her the mark is somewhere in the forest. Ooh. So after all that, we were only able to reconfirm something we already knew. Forgive me. I was unable to. You don't have to apologize, Mary. We learned plenty of value here. What do you mean? I'll tell you on the way back. First, let's get the hell out of here. This place gives me the creeps. Maybe it's the ill will Mary sense. Is there literally nothing else to touch? There's nothing else to touch, yo. Oh. We leave 8th Shrine, walking down the Beast Trail towards the forest entrance. Whoa, Patricia! For some reason, I feel like someone is watching us from the darkness of the trees. We're playing spooky game. We begin driving back to the mansion. As we break out of the dense forest, I can see buildings building lights pop up here and there. Well, that was a complete waste of time. My anxiety lifted. I don't even bother to filter the words that slip out of my mouth. Oh, I don't think that's true. It's all coming together for me. Without further prodding, Christy starts in on her theory, passion evident in her voice. I believe Shimio is right. 8th Shrine is definitely what's causing all the strange stuff in the forest. I'm sure it's those stolen statues. Don't you agree? I wonder. Oh, thank you. Thanks for stopping in. It feels like we just don't have enough info at this point to say one way or another. But there's no denying that a lot of strange things are going on in that forest, between all the suicides and Shimio wandering around. It couldn't just be a coincidence, could it? If we research the shrine, we might learn more about the mark. I feel that's a lot safer than risking our lives looking for the spirit. Don't you think? You might be right. My replies are half-hearted, which isn't what Christy was hoping for, so she falls silent. An awkward, uncomfortable silence settles. Radyashki, please stop the car. Mary speaks for the first time since we entered the car. What is it? I sense a presence similar to Lady Christie's mark close by. Really? Ooh. Following Mary's request, I park in a vacant rest stop on the outskirts of H City. Christy and I step out of the car. Oh, my mark is suddenly scalding. Something nearby? Look, someone's over there. Oh. A small girl steps out of the telephone box. Why is a kid outside at this time of night? Thanks for bringing me out here this late at night, Ida. I got to talk with Hanayome. Oh yeah? Glad to hear it. Oh. Anime guy? A rather round young man appears stepping out of the shadows. You got your questions answered, Suzu? Yeah, it's okay now. Hanayome sure is amazing though. She knows where everything is. You got that right. She helped me find my limited edition Love and Hero phone strap I dropped. What's Love and Hero? What? You don't know? They're a popular idol group here. They've been all over TV lately. I'm surprised you haven't heard. TV's restricted at home. Mom says it rots your brain. Oh, Ida, is the bus coming soon? Oh, the last bus is on its way. We better go. We'll be in big trouble if your mom finds out we went out. Yeah. We watch from a distance for a while, but it's hard to determine their relationship. The pain from my scar is suddenly gone. Hey, Christy, what do you think? I turn, but Christy isn't there. Hey, you there. Just how do you know that girl? Depending on your answer, I'll report you for child abduction. Oh, we're gonna try to... What? Well, there goes Christy, hounding the poor guy. Just calm down. I try to placate her, but she won't budge. Placate. Still no. The man stumbles over his words. He looks flustered and overwhelmed. Hey, lady. Don't be mean to Ida. The girl rushes to stand defensively in front of him and glares at us. She seems a lot more level-headed than the flustered guy behind her. I asked him to help me, okay? I wanted to talk to Hanayome, so I had to him come with me. Who's this Hanayome you keep mentioning? A ghost who helps find things. People say that you can talk to her from this telephone box. A ghost, huh? She looks at me. We're both thinking the same thing. Earlier the mark was hurting, so maybe... You guys look serious. What's going on? He nervously glances between us. Does this scar look familiar at all? Or does this scar look familiar at all? I show them the mark on my right arm. Hey, hold on. What is this? That looks exactly like mine. He pulls off one of his gloves and reveals the mark on his hand. It's the cursed scar, yeah? I saw an article on it in the OOP Arts Monthly. They say it causes amnesia, even kills you, but that's nonsense. It's not all true, right? Right? Sounds like he'd heard the rumors, but chose not to do anything about it. That's no surprise, really. It's tough to believe it's real until your memory loss starts becoming noticeable. Not one of those two. It showed up on my left wrist when I made the phone call earlier. Pulling up her sleeve, she shows us her mark. They both have the mark, and after calling Hanayome... Oh, it's more than a coincidence. Well, we can't just leave them here. Let's bring them to the mansion. We tell them what's going on and ask them to go to Kujo Mansion with us. It surprisingly doesn't take much to get them to come. Thought it'd take more convincing. Could partially be because they missed the last bus while talking with us. Before they climb in, I warn Mary to stay quiet until we get back. Might be a bad idea to freak them out. First, we introduce ourselves. The man's name is Ida Nakamatsu. The girl is Suzu Morimiya. They tell us they met through the readers column in OOP Arts Monthly. Suzu mentioned she was interested in Hanayome, and Ida told her what he knew. Then she pestered him into bringing her to the rumored telephone box. They were out this late because of her. Her parents sound pretty strict. Her mother keeps a close eye on her after school and she needs permission to go out. So she snuck out of the house after her mother went to bed. Hanayome is just as famous as at my school as Hanahiko is. Hey, Ida, please tell them about the rumors. Do I have to? Okay, fine. Ida reluctantly tells us at Suzu's request. They're just rumors, I read, but... Chapter 3. Hanayome. We're gonna make creepy phone calls. Hey, remember that one story? You know, the one about the public phone box in each city? There's a ghost that looks like a bride and she'll find what you're looking for. One of my friends actually tried it. We went to the specific phone box that let you talk with ghosts. The phone suddenly started ringing. He slowly picked up the phone, but all he could hear was this weird smacking noise. He stayed on the line until... Do you you see it? You heard a woman whisper. So he did what the rumor said to do and said, "No, I haven't seen it." Then she said, "What do you want to see?" His cat had gone missing, so he asked where it was. When he looked where the woman said it really was there. So the rumors are totally true. I want to go ask her where my future bride is now. Oh, want to come with me? Do you want to come with me? I carry Mary from the car and gently place her back on the sofa. Thank you very much. Being in your arms is not bad, but I am most calm when I am here. The doll? The doll really talked? I can't say I expected that. Then does that mean all the stuff about the mark is true too? On the way over, we updated Suzu and Ida with just about all they needed to know. They may not completely believe us, but they're not rejecting it outright either. Seems like Ida in particular has already experienced some memory loss. Something about forgetting the names of anime characters or voice actors. Kirsty looked at him strange, but he appears to be taking it quite seriously. And Suzu snuck out of her house because she believed the rumors about Hanayome. They both believed in the occult already. I'm pretty sure they'll help us find a way to escape the mark. Granted, they're also really curious about Hanayome. Pardon me, but may I speak? The marks on Suzu and Ida, they are likely from Hanayome. And Lady Christie, the feeling I sense from your mark is the same as theirs. So we can assume Hanayome also gave the mark to you. Do you recall encountering her? Something weird did happen. Right before I entered the forest, I stepped in the phone box on Tea Mountain. The phone rang out of nowhere. Oh, it might be because of that. The telephone box at the rest area is also in the rumors of Hanayome. But I didn't pick it up. It creeped me out, so I left. I was never able to give that person one final call because of that. Oh, who are you talking about? It's not for children to know. Fine. So there are other phone boxes like that? I think there are 3 that Hanayome will call from. The one we went to in the A Highway parking lot is one, and one is at Tea Mountain Rest area. That's the one Miss Christie went to. And Ida, where's the last one? At the Park by Tea apartment complex. It's the only one inside the city. But why just those 3? I don't know. The BBS I read didn't say. Mister, do you really think Hanayome is the one who gave us the marks? Of course. But the rumors about Hanayome go back 5 years. And no one's ever mentioned that if you call her, you'll get a mark. Suzu's right. Rumors about this mark thing only popped up super recently. So you're saying Hanayome hasn't always been giving out the mark? That's true on what triggered the change. Of course, I can't really say, seeing as I don't know anything about spirits. A ghost helping people find what they're looking for. That's pretty strange. Definitely the definition of a ghost story. Hey, Mr. Yashiki, if those rumors are true, why don't we try asking where the stolen statues are? If we return them to their place, it might just save our lives. Search for the Buddha statues? If Christie's right, we might be able to escape the mark without fighting a spirit. Mary, what do you think? A good question. Objects with human forms are easily able to gain inexplicable powers. Bleeding stone statues, cursed dolls, there are many examples. Historical statues of gods and Buddhas would certainly be no exception. Asking Hanayome about them would be a good idea. So says the doll before our eyes that has the inexplicable power to talk. Maybe it wouldn't be strange that Buddha statues could bring down divine wrath. Lord Yashiki, may I add, as I explained previously, your mark is
It is different from the others. Vanquishing spirit seems to weaken your mark's power. It's been several days since she told me that I was going to die. Taking care of the spirits we counter is likely how I'm still among the living. What are you trying to say?
I cannot say what the relationship between your mark and Hanayome is, but it is true it is your best interest to track down spirits. I hope you will guide these mark bearers this evening as well.
I can't really picture Christy and Ida facing off against a spirit by themselves. If they failed, then a child would suffer the deadly consequences. That would weigh heavily on me. No turning back. I'll figure something out.
Thank you.
Mary bows her head slightly.
Now you should begin investigating Hanayome. Why does she only call from 3 public phones within each city? Her secret may lie in the answer. You visit the parking lot already?
Yeah, we did.
Please investigate T Mountain and the Park by T apartment complex.
New info was added. Cool. So, who should be our partner? Gutsy girl, timid nerd, ex-reporter. Who should it be? Should we take the gutsy girl with us for now? And then we'll exit. And then let's head to the rest area. The phone booth stands solitarily on the edge of the vacant rest area. An endless sea of trees stand behind it. Christy must have run into the forest after she heard the phone ring. I can hear a dog howl from nearby. It almost sounds bad, but I'm probably just imagining it.
I feel like that dog's calling someone. I think it's looking for its master.
You understand it?
Kind of, yeah. We have a dog at home too. And that one's not a regular dog.
What do you mean?
I'm pretty sure it's a spirit or a ghost or something. Oh, I'm only supposed to talk about that stuff with my mom's friends. People will think I'm weird if I do. But you understand, don't you?
Yeah. Can she sense the supernatural? I'd always felt like something was different about her from the start.
Anyway, mister, I think that's the telephone booth that's in the Hanayome rumors.
Rumor says the phone is supposed to ring if you wait for it by it for a while. I'm guessing waiting outside doesn't count.
Yeah, I think you're right. When I called her, it didn't ring until I went inside.
But the booth is too small for 2 people. Either I or Suzu will have to go in.
Should I go in?
No, I'll go in. I can't stand around and make a kid do this. It's cramped inside and almost impossible to move around at all. It'd be sitting duck if a spirit attacked me while I'm in here. The cloud of glass makes it hard to see the outside. It just makes me more nervous. I wonder how long I have to wait until the phone rings. To pass the time, I glance around at the inside of the booth. There's a poster attached to the window. Help our investigation. On the night of 2/8/199X, an assault took place in the forest nearby. If anyone has any info on this case, please notify H Police Department. This is dated 5 years ago. Looks like something terrible happened here. The phone begins to ring. I hesitantly reach out and pick it up. The only sound I hear is the dial tone. No one is speaking. What's going on? Suddenly, there's a strange noise. Crunching, smacking like the sound of saliva as someone chews. Did you see it? Tucked in the smacking is a woman's voice. The voice is creepy, cold, and chills me down to the bone. Is this Hanayome? Did you see it? the chewing. You! She asked a second time. The rumors mentioned that I should say, I haven't seen it. Very seriously, I say I haven't seen it. What do you want to see? It's going exactly as the rumor said. Hanayome is supposed to tell you the location of whatever you're looking for. Christy told me to ask about the Buddha statues that were stolen from 8th Shrine. I'll give it a try. Buddha statues. Lord Buddha. Doesn't your arm already have the mark of the Buddha on it? Tell me, you want a new Buddha? Why are you doing that? Tell me. Well, tell me. Tell me. Tell me. Tell me? Tell me? Tell me. Wow. Lots of repeating. And screaming. The line goes dead. The woman's scream is still ringing in my ears. I feel sick. It must be because of my brush with that blood-curdling insanity. Why didn't she answer my question? What was different from when the others asked? The mark on my arm burns dully like it's reminding me it exists. Maybe this is why she was acting strangely. And she did say something to the effect that Buddha gave me this mark. Was she just too insane to differentiate between Buddha and a monstrous spirit? Or is this mark really the work of divine wrath from the Buddha statues? I wait a while longer, but the phone doesn't ring again. There's no point in staying in here. As soon as I leave the booth, Suzu comes up to me. You don't look good. Did something happen in there? I tell Suzu about my conversation with the Hanayome. I wonder what's going on. She answered my question okay. Suzu brow furrows in confusion. Do you want to see what the other that other telephone box? Maybe some clues are there. Or you can try one more time there. There's no time to get lost in thought. The last phone booth is in the park by T apartments in the other direction. We'll head there after stopping at the mansion. It's probably wise to ask Mary what she knows since it's on the way. So... Ooh, should we change partner again? Or leave it? Let's change to him. We'll stay here a second. Let's talk. I tell Mary what happened at the phone box. You say Hanayome? You say Hanayome acted strangely? She called the spirit that cursed you with your mark Buddha. I cannot say I know what she saw. From what you said, she will likely not respond to your question. It does not mean she does not understand you, however. Use any method available to attain as much information as you can. Go to the park. I see a small park tucked between all of the looming apartment buildings. There's no one here. I guess everyone's already asleep. I'm pretty sure that's the phone booth from the Hanayome rumor. Man, parks are kind of eerie when there's no kids around. Well, now that I'm here, I still have no idea why Hanayome hung up on me. I followed the rumor exactly. Where did I go wrong? I scratched my head. Don't adhere to gossip, defy it. Suddenly I hear that strange voice again. Gossip, in other words, the rumors. What will happen if I don't follow the rumors? Ida, go back to the car. There's something I want to try, but it might end up backfiring on me. Okay, make sure you come back. I can't drive, so... Oh, right, wait a second. Ida puffs out his chest and holds his index finger up. I got some good info from the BBS. Guess Hanayome has this weird fixation on eyes. If something goes wrong, just remember that. So what are you telling me to do? I'm not really sure either. Anyway, just avoid saying I and things like that. Don't talk about myself. Don't talk about myself, okay? No, I mean I, as in eyeball. Oh, and just in case, don't mention words that have the sound either. There's a limit to unreliability. I'll keep it in mind. Ida returns to the car. You step inside and wait for the phone to ring. There's a poster in this booth too. Just like the one at the rest area, this one looks to be been here for a few years. Young woman kidnapped. A young local woman was kidnapped close to this location. If you are a witness to this crime, please notify the police. February 8th, 5 years ago. I think the poster I saw at the rest area had the exact same date. Coincidence? The phone rings. I grab the receiver and slowly pick it up. I hear a noise like someone chewing gum from the other end of the phone. An icy cold voice speaks. Did you see it? I saw it. You saw, didn't you? You saw that thing of me. Thing of you? The voice cuts off. Something outside collides violently with the glass of the booth, but I can't see it. Ooh, tell me, how did you see it? With your own eyes? Or eyeglasses? A telescope? Telescope. Sounds like something's searching around outside the phone box. You saw it. You said you saw it. What color? A beautiful color. Red, pink, green. You saw it. What kind of person are you? What's important to you? Your dreams, romance, love. Which? Which do you choose? Romance is great. This is like my I. We're avoiding I. We survived. The phone goes dead. The next I know, the bloody handprint is gone, and so is the ominous presence. The questions she asked me were strange. She was particularly anxious about what I had seen. I think I did a good job not mentioning anything like eyes in my answer. Overly conscious over being seen. Maybe that's where her secret lies. I exit the booth and Ida rushes up to me. Did something happen? My mark hurt all of a sudden. I tell Ida about what happened in the telephone booth. Man, it beats me. Guess there's no way that he'd have the answer. Oh, hey. Something's on the ground here. Sure enough, there's a folded up piece of paper lying near the booth. Looks like a piece of stationery. I don't think it was there before I went into the phone booth. Pick up the paper and open it.
She's psycho. And I'll dispel all of your heartache. So forget that horrible incident and take your quiet rest up in heaven.
An incident? The poster I saw in the telephone booths mentioned something like that too. Could they be connected? I asked Ida what they think.
I don't know.
I don't think he's considering it seriously.
Anyway, we visited all 3 boxes now. Want to head back? I bet Suzu's worried about us.
Yeah. We should probably head back for now.
Doesn't look like we can search here, so we can just return.
Welcome back. Christy is there in the garage. She's going through the file full of articles on criminal cases. How did the investigation go?
Okay, I guess.
Ed and I tell Christy what we discovered.
I see.
You can see Christy's mind working. Mr. Yashki, you know those posters and that bit of stationery you found? Could they be linked to Hanayome? She might have been someone who was caught up in the incident and killed. And if that's the case, then... She glances over at the files. The dates were 5 years ago, right? And there might be an article on that, what happened here in that file, in these files. Let's get Suzu to help out, too. Get a move on. All 4 of us begin reading through files. The clippings range from the smallest dispute to the most heinous crime in each city. But they're all dated 5 years ago or earlier. Did they get stored in the garage because they're so old? After a while,
I might have found it. This is from 5 years ago in February. The victim's name is Psycho.
Ada lays the file out on the desk and we all peer at it. The file has articles about an incident that happened 5 years ago. The victim's name was Saiko Hasegawa. Apparently, she committed suicide in the forest by H Castle on the eve of her wedding. She was in her dress when she was found.
Suzu, you probably shouldn't read anymore. It's pretty bad.
Thanks, Ida.
But I want to know more about Hanayome. I feel like I need to do this.
She's cringing, but she sounds determined. Between this and sneaking out at night, she's a surprisingly brave kid. It's rather odd for someone her age.
I remember now. This happened back when I used to be
I remember now. This happened back when I used to be a news anchor. Christy mutters just loud enough to hear. Then do you know the whole story? It was horrible. It's hard to recount. A woman was abducted by a gang while she was walking her dog. They brought her to the forest and assaulted her. People found her battered and staggering along the road the next day. The dog was run over and killed near the forest when it chased after them. That's horrifying. Yeah, but that wasn't the end of Saiko Hasegawa's misfortune. Ida somberly cuts in. His usual grin is nowhere to be found. It's well known in some circles, but her assault was photographed. The pictures were sent to her fiancé. They threatened to make them public if he didn't pay up. I heard he gave them a ton of money to get the photos and the negatives. Is that true, Christy? Yeah, I heard that as well. Because of all of that, Miss Psycho had a mental breakdown, and in the end she hung herself. She had been a serious, honest woman, so she just couldn't bear it.
Oh.
The cruel fate of a woman attacked before her wedding. We fall silent as that reality weighs on us. Suzu timidly speaks up, her face pale.
Maybe there's a connection between what happened to Miss Hasegawa and Hanayome's phone box.
According to the article, incidents that wrecked her life took place near each phone box. She was abducted by the park and assaulted by the rest area. She was found wandering near the parking lot by A Highway. The phone booths connect Hanayome and Saiko Hasagawa. The coincidence sends a shiver down my spine. So that note we found by the telephone booth, did Saiko's fiance write it? Most likely. What's strange is that it was there and not where she committed suicide. Did Hanayome put it there? Maybe she was telling us something. I have no clue how spirits think, but if Suzu's right, then that note is an important clue for us. I seem to recall Miss Saiko's fiance was a famous musician. As a result, the case was widely publicized at the time. It happened right after they returned from a romantic trip to Greece. Old ladies were sobbing about how it made it all the more tragic. And the poor dog they brought on the trip died heroically as well. Where's the fiance now? Well, he began acting strange due to the shock and then went missing. Some say her suicide was to follow him. But he wasn't the only one who disappeared. Sounds like all of the culprits went missing too. You heard about that online too? Well, something like that. The internet wasn't the same back then. There were only hubs. Hubs, like pre-internet chat rooms? Everyone was talking about it on the occult hub back then. There was one person in the community who knew way too much. I think he was one of the culprits. He brought up a bunch of things, like taking pictures and all that. Ooh. And I bet there was pictures of the assault. Yeah, that's right. After they were finished, those assholes got a camera out and took pictures of her face soaked with tears. The whole time she yelled, "Don't look, don't look!" Don't look, huh? Hanayome has an extreme reaction to being seen by others. He kept going on about it night after night until he suddenly stopped posting. People who knew him said they couldn't contact him at all. Those guys deserve to die, but it's still really creepy, you know. Ew. Suddenly, a line from the note pops into my head. I'll dispel all of your heartache. Hey, Christy, do you happen to know exactly where in the forest Psycho killed herself? I was a reporter at the time, so I did go to the location. That was 5 years ago, so I don't remember exactly. I feel like I went west from that big arch at the entrance. So you're really going to go? Yeah, we might be able to figure out something about Hanayome. Okay. Though I'd much prefer to stay here. Oh, we didn't change partners. Extremely talkative in the front of acquaintances, but in reality horribly shy. Some people in the world are like that, and it seems Ida's one of them. Ida clamps up the moment we're alone. It's like a switch went off. He's completely different from before. He wouldn't stop talking. I feel like he's trying to make himself smaller, too. It'd be bad if we don't say a single thing before we arrive at our destination. Whether he likes it or not, we're going to be dealing with life and death situations together. I have to find something to talk about. I throw caution into the wind. You're pretty amazing, Ida. Huh? Maybe a compliment will work. Everyone likes to be complimented, or at least everyone should. It's impressive how much you know, and you're still young, too. It's not really that. I just know a lot of stupid, useless stuff. It's not true. You've already helped us. I would have never been able to wrap my head around all that online stuff. I guess so. I didn't say it before, but I found something fascinating on the BBS. The latest Hanayome post says it's the center of the phenom, aka the point of RSPK. No, it's like a fixation, but not like the Jibakurai. More like a local deity. Genius, look. Ida's talking a mile a minute. I've done it now. I might have gone too far with the compliments. He's getting carried away. Just then the tire hits a bump in the road. I can see a square gray object in the back seat through the review mirror. Is that thing back there yours? Huh? Oh yeah, it's a CD radio cassette player. I heard you didn't have a car stereo, so I thought we'd want one. We'd want music.
Love and Hero's new single is the best ever. You gotta hear it.
No, I'll pass. I can't get distracted.
Then I'll lend you the CD. You'd be doing yourself a disservice by not listening to all the amazing tracks.
Right.
That was close. Conversation grinds to a halt after that. It's like there's an invisible person between us. They're falling silent a while. Ida finally speaks up again. It only makes sense for the conversation to turn one direction. You know, I think this mark is different.
Different? What's different about it?
I mean, it's not from Hanayome. It never once came up in the rumors. I'm a regular on pretty much all the supernatural BBSs, but
that again.
He'll believe strangers, yet he disregards what's happening right before his eyes. Truth is what you make it, I guess. So I'm sure I got this mark randomly, like it was some kind of mistake.
No one knows for sure.
What? You don't know? Wait a second, that's not fair. It's too late to be telling me you don't know.
And believe whatever you want to believe. You can wait at the mansion if you want.
But I didn't mean it like that. I don't mind going with you.
Shut up already. I rubbed the engine and switched lanes roughly.
But I still believe in her. I believe Hanayome is a good spirit.
I hope so. Ada looks at me in surprise. I think he expects me to disagree. She is. We can go through this without anyone dying.
Murder. Oh, this place is giving me the creeps. It's H. Castle Forest after all.
You've heard about it?
Well, it's pretty infamous as where people go to commit suicide. There aren't dead bodies.
Can't bring myself to tell him that we most likely will come across some. Okay, it's supposed to be west of the gate. I look to the west of the gate again, but there's no sign of a trail. Suddenly, Ida's face stiffens. What's wrong?
Nothing. I just got crazy cold for a second.
I follow their gaze, and I see a low shadow dashing out from the darkness. The dog? It certainly seems like one. It kicks up the dirt with the four legs, but it looks off somehow. Its fur is long and disheveled, and from certain angles, its face looks human. The dog stared at us, growling softly.
What is it?
Are you trying to tell us something? The dog barks loudly, then vanishes into the western underbrush. The moment it's gone, the chill in the air dissipates like it was never there.
Could something be over there?
Maybe. I shine the flashlight on the spot where the dog disappeared. A now familiar pain shoots through my wrist. The mark color grows more vivid. A few hours left until death closes in. There's probably not much time left. We better hurry. Let's check the brush over there. Where the bush is.
There? No. Let's feel around in it.
With the dog gone, I push my way into the underbrush. I spot the traces of what used to be a path. You could barely call it one at this point. This must be the closed hiking trail. The path goes west from the gate.
Oh, seriously? What's that dog trying to tell us about this path?
Who knows? Anyway, let's get going.
Okay. Nothing here, so we'll go forward.
I push the grass aside and pick it up. Found a worn out talisman.
Well, let's take that left.
Feel around in the blades of grass. It got instant camera. Wow. It looks like it still works. See, the flash signal lights up. I bet it still has some battery left. Right. It's not particularly the right mood to be taking a commemorative photo, though. Ida smiles and hands the camera over to me. I decide it's wise to not mention the dried blood that's stuck to the bottom of it. To see is to perceive light. A distant voice echoes in my head. True, seeing something means you're seeing the light it's reflecting. But what does that have to do with Hanayome? I shine the light on the grove of trees in the front of us and catch a glimpse of something odd. What's that? Something stuck to the tree? I can't make it out from here. I move forward for a closer look. Oh, it's photos. What is this? All thought in my head ceases. It's as if I'm unable to process what I'm seeing and my brain comes to a halt. Are these photos? There are a bunch of pictures of different people posted at the tree. They're all... Their eyes have nails. It's just as Ida said. For some bizarre reason, each photo has a person with their nails drive through both eyes. Attached to the nails is some kind of tape. Cold sweat drips down my back. What kind of grudge would cause someone to do something like this? Are they all guys? Ida mutters are just loud enough to hear. No? I look over the photos again. A good number of them are deteriorated, so they're hard to make out, but they might be right. Looks like it. All the subjects are men. Except that one, probably. Maybe. It's clearly no coincidence. I feel a little dizzy and I step back. Through my blurry vision, something flashes in the light from the flashlight. What's up? Nothing. It's just over there. Something sparkled up there. Something might be there. We should check it out. On the tree? Something up in the branches of the tree is reflecting light. Something must be stuck. The only way we'll be able to check it out is to climb up the tree trunk. You're not seriously gonna climb that. I don't think that's possible. There aren't any cavities, knots, or branches within reach. It'll be hard to climb up. Boost partner up. Boost me up? I don't think that's possible. Second thought, he's right. Do you think we should try to climb the tree ourselves? I take a deep breath and jump at the tree. I struggle to reach for a while and manage to touch a branch until I crash to the ground with a spectacular thud. That's so uncool. Let's forget it now. Okay. I hear a low growl from somewhere. I can't see what's making it, but it seems to be watching me. Did we see that dog at the gate? Oh, this is bad. I don't know what's going on, but I feel some crazy bad vibes. Ida looks at me for help. Let's turn back. We retreat without trying to force a way past. Okay. Let's go switch to the little girl, maybe. And then leave.
Okay. We went left. Okay, let's see if we can lift her. You're gonna climb that tree? There aren't any cavities, knots, or branches. So that's all then. Okay, I'll try. I squat at the base of the tree and let her climb up on me. Up you go. Stagger a bit, but manage to stand. Feel like I'm one of the trees now. Can you reach it? Just a little to the right. I'm almost there. What? Suzu reaches as far as she can with her hand and I lose my balance. We both crash to the ground. Are you okay? I'm fine. Up here, I'm here. Suzu shows me her hands. It's holding the object that was stuck in the branches. It's a dog collar. It makes me think of that dog we saw before coming here. Does this belong to that dog? I wonder who threw it away. Who knows? As I'm putting it away in my bag, I spot an inscription on the inside of the collar. Renta? How are you supposed to pronounce that? New info was added. Think there was everything. Grab the tape that's wrapped around one of the nails and take a good look at it. Looks like audio tape that's been pulled out of a cassette. There are photos nailed to the tree. Who does the blood belong to? Okay. I hear a low growl from somewhere. Can't see what's making it, but it seems to be watching me. Not sure why, but I feel an intense hostility directed towards me. What should we do? The instant Suzu speaks, the growling grows distinctly quieter. I remember the photos. All of them were men with nails in their eyes. I don't know what that has to do with the dog, but if those pictures demonstrate the hatred that saturates this place, if I'm with Suzu, it might react differently. And consider my options. I got an idea. I'll take the collar out of my bag. Maybe. It's a safe bet that the spirit was born here, so that the dog is likely likely tied to the collar. Facing the general area the barking is coming from, and I show the collar. The dog appears like a gust of wind. Whoa. Before I can blink, it steals the collar from me. Ooh. When I try to quickly jump away, I hear Suzu call out to me. Mr. Yashiki, don't look! But I don't catch the rest of it. The dog rushes at me so fast it looks like it's gliding over the ground. Stand still. The dog stops in its tracks. Seems confused that I'm not reacting and just standing still. Shuffles back on its guard, then prepares to attack again. It bares its teeth and growls. Threaten it loudly. I suddenly yell, threatening it back. Provoked, the dog flies at me. Okay, so it didn't want to be yelled at. Wrong. Dog holds the collar in its mouth and stares at me. The collar has an inscription on it, doesn't it? I'm sure it said Renta. What should I call it? Junta?
I mutter the name. The dog perks its ears. I say it again, this time more clearly. Then, dead.
So that wasn't it. Think we've seen the dog's name? Let's decide again. Let's do better this time. Logan around. Dog's hostile. Okay. Dog hates men. What if these pictures demonstrate? Show the collar. The dog appears like a gust of wind. Before I can blink, it steals the collar from me. Don't move. Stand still. Dog stops in its tracks. Shuffles back on its guard, then prepares to attack again. Bares its teeth and growls. Let's try showing our back. Turn my back to it. I break my gaze and turn my back to it. I pretend to not hear it threatening me. It growls for a while until it abruptly stops. The dog holds the collar in its mouth and stares at me. The collar is an inscription. I'm sure it said, what should I call it? Magenta? Oh, it turns around and quietly slinks away. Disappears from sight. Seems I somehow managed to escape death. I pick up the collar that was left behind and sigh deeply. Are you okay? Yeah, that was... I can't even say it was no big deal. My words simply trail off. That's all I can answer with. I pat myself down with my hands, but I don't seem to be injured anywhere. I did feel teeth biting into my hand when the collar was snatched from me, though. That dog may be supernatural. I hope it doesn't attack me again. I think we'll be fine. I found what it was looking for. You're right. What? I sound like a rope creaks above my head. Silhouettes swing in the shadows of the tree. My whole body shudders with dread. Are those people? Are those people? Suzu gives a terrified yelp. Speechless, I shine my light on them. There clearly aren't people. They're mannequins. Things hanging by their necks from the trees are display mannequins you find in any department store. Obviously, dolls can't commit suicide. Is this someone's idea of a prank or maybe a warning to intruders? The only one who knows the truth would be whoever did this. Let's go, I don't think they're dangerous. They're only mannequins. Okay. Suzu replies uneasily. But before either of us take a step forward, I feel a shaky hand gripping onto me. It has something in its left hand.
Grabbing onto it to stop it from swaying, I open the hand and take what's inside. Found a worn-out talisman. Ew. The doll swinging uneasily from the ropes, though there is no breeze. Male dolls hanging from a tree. I wonder what the person who did this was thinking. I don't think there's any more. Hangman's Road. Dog again. It's that dog. Susie, be careful.
Oh, it's okay now. It won't attack anymore.
It's that dog from before. Starts digging into the dirt right in front of us. After a few moments, it disappears like mist.
Oh, what's it doing? Is there something over there?
Let's take a look.
Is there anything else here, though? No.
Let's feel around. I reach out and touch the dirt, but the texture under my hand surprises me. The dirt around here is soft, almost as if something was buried. Give me a hand.
You're going to dig here?
I don't think we'll need any tools. Please?
Okay.
In silence, we kneel in this forest in the middle of the night and dig up the dirt with our hands. I feel like I'm robbing a grave. It could be that those words popped into my head because I somehow knew what we'd find. Distracted, I look down on what we dug up. What we find is a corpse. It's just a skeleton now, but it doesn't look that old.
Is that a corpse?
Yeah. My reply sounds incredibly flat and uncaring even to me. At some point, death has become familiar. That fact and not the corpse is what sends a shiver down my spine. I'm too comfortable with the world of death. I know this, but I can't escape it. One part of me observes the remains before us and reacts calmly. Just then I notice something.
What's that?
What's that? There's something white in the skeleton's hands. I dig it out and discover it's a plastic bag. Inside are a number of cassette tapes and some kind of note. The note's deteriorated, but parts of it are legible.
I killed them all. One's assault you. Now you rest in peace. What needed to be done, now I die here. This forest, you passed. New song, won't listen, heaven. Note ends there. Got 3 cassette tapes. Sounds like a suicide note, doesn't it? But these tapes?
She looks at the cassette tapes.
Why were they buried too?
They look at the remains as asking them the question, as if asking them the question. Of course, it's not going to reply. Oh no. I trail off. Different voices whispering in my mind.
Last. Why are you throwing stuff?
The voice falls silent.
The last.
Wait a second, the last what?
Huh? Is something the matter? I didn't say anything.
It's nothing. Sorry, just talking to myself. Anyway, let's take these tapes with us. Let's get out of here. The mark burns scarlet. Half an hour left until death closes in. Out of nowhere, my mark flares up painfully, the intense pulsing setting my nerves on fire. Shit, are we out of time? Bite my lip and look at Suzu. Suzu? Suzu, hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
It's finally here. It all starts now. I grab Suzu and run. The spirit is closing in on us.
Oh no. Now I need to find out what the spell out. The cat knocked him out. He's running around so violently. He knocked my little earbuds out of the thing. Found the left one. Where's the right? Sir, what'd you do with the right one? Find it for me. Okay, kitty? Oh, there it is. Ah, my headset tries to fall off when I look down. There we go. Jeez. Sometimes the cat does weird things. Goes all over the place. Excuse me, I just had a sneeze. Woo-wee!
Did I get in the car and go somewhere? Regardless, I'm here inside, gripping the wheel. The mansion. I need to go back there for now. I glance through the rearview mirror at Suzu in the back seat. Suzu is staring vacantly out the window with a slightly tilted head. The only thing out there is darkness. There's nothing to look at. I had his tape players laying on its side in the passenger seat. I grab it from the back, meaning to play one of those tapes. We quickly arrive at Kujo Mansion. Even if I discuss it with Mary, it's probably best to listen to a tape first. I reach for one, but as I do, I notice something odd. Where are we? I'm on an unfamiliar road, like I took a wrong turn somewhere. No, it's not unfamiliar. I've clearly been down this road before. The route I was taking should have had no way for me to come across this road. That's the only way I can describe it. It's impossible. Okay. Calm down. I must have made a mistake because I was messing around with the tape player. I wouldn't get lost on the way to the mansion. I've been to it so many times. I just missed the first intersection and ended up somewhere strange, that's all. That's what I tell myself as I make a U-turn. But no matter how many times I go back, why am I here again? Uh-oh, no matter how I turn, I end up on the same road. Right, left, keep going straight. I still return to the exact same place. This is ridiculous. I hit the steering wheel. Maybe it was because of my outburst, but my mark starts burning with pain again. This is bad, really bad. At this rate, death will catch up to us while we're here in the car. Having said that, we can't go back to the mansion. I don't think we'll be able to get out of this maze no matter how many times I try. In that case, what should I do? Where should I drive?
Well, they were kidnapped. They were kidnapped by the... Was it by the apartments? Or was it the highway? I don't remember. Can I? Ooh, we can't read the memo stuff right now, it looks like. I can do the log, but that's about it. Highway?
I turn the steering wheel in the direction of the place that popped in my head. The highway. It's not that I have to go there. Destination isn't important so long as it gets me out of this situation. I hit the gas pedal and abruptly turn the wheel, trying to get out of this cursed trap. Finally, familiar scenery returns as if it was laying in wait for me. In the end, we're back here. The phone is ringing. I know exactly who's calling. The mark has died. A deep crimson. A few minutes left until death closes in. I head to the phone booth. Got Ida's a radio cassette player in the bag, holding Psycho's memories at the ready. Pick up the receiver, but the phone immediately goes dead. And again. Ooh.
Your face. Why your eyes in your mouth? Gross!
You saw it, didn't you? I know you saw it.
Take a picture.
You quickly grab the instant camera and use the flash. The spirit shrieks, and while it's distracted, I tumble out of the booth. Once out, I spot, out of the corner of my eye, a spirit standing there looking down at me. Camera's battery is dead. What should I do next?
Play the tape labeled Charm song, Echo Ballad, My
Into the tape player and press the play button.
I don't know this one.
Spirit responds to the song. Spirit quietly drifts closer. What should I do next?
Play the label Charm song, Echo Ballad. The Charm song?
Listen often, dear. Spirit responds to the song. Spirit quietly drifts closer. What should I do next?
Can we play My again? What's wrong with your face?
Hey, let me listen to the newest.
Echo Ballad?
That's not right.
Yeah, I think it has to be the last one.
Decide again.
I want to do Tea Apartment this time.
Okay, phone is ringing. Who's calling?
Who's calling us? Oh no.
You got Ida's radio cassette player in the bag. Are we ready? Pick up the receiver. The phone immediately goes dead. You saw it, didn't you? I know you saw it. take a picture. If I throw something, what was another thing that I could throw? What else is in my pockets? Do I still have the dog collar? I'll just play mine. I wonder if, like, if we would have thrown a dog collar. Mine. Look how bloody she is. Oh, so sad. Supposed to be getting married. She gets, like, kidnapped and assaulted. Not good times. Must be that one. Yes. The song was finished. There's a flash of light. I blink and the spirit is gone. I don't sense Hanayome anymore. She's gone now, Hanayome. Suzu's back to normal. Bet their mark's gone. Mine's still bright on my arm. I guess Hanayome didn't give me my mark after all. Then Hanayome really was Psycho Hasagawa. What a sad, terrible fate, turning into a ghost after she died. I feel sorry for her. I hope her fiance's song for her helps her be at peace in heaven. Should we head back? Yeah. The phone starts ringing out of nowhere. It won't stop. It's like it's waiting for someone to answer. My Marcus stings with pain. What's happening? Suzu collapsed, covering their eyes. Hey, what's wrong? My eyes hurt. It's the phone's fault. Stop it quick. Hurry. I grab the phone and hear a woman breathing. Immediately I try to hang up, but my arm won't move. You saw it. You saw it. You saw it with your round little eyes. Well, bad little eyes. Get eaten? Oh, little girl. Oh. Suzu's terrifying scream echoes from both the phone and outside the booth. There are noises coming from the phone. Like someone stuffing their cheeks with gum. Oh, they're eating eyeballs. Oh my god, that whole time they're eating eyeballs? Oh my god, the phone goes dead. I can move freely. Gross! The whole time you hear them chew and they're chewing eyeballs. I bolt out of the booth. Oh, and there's a singular eyeball right there. Right near where Suzu had collapsed is a single bloody eyeball staring at me. I searched everywhere around the park, but I can't find Suzu anywhere. Maybe deep down I'm actually scared of finding them. Of finding the mutilated corpse missing an eyeball. Welcome back, Mr. Yashiki. It's thanks to you that my mark is finally gone. Too bad I didn't get to do much. I've read a ton of comics about exorcism, so I thought I could help. By the way, where's Suzu? No way, you're lying. I'm sorry. Damn it. Why would you let her? Suzu. Ido crumbles to the floor, his sobs echoing off the walls. Oh. I waited your return, Lord Yashiki. It appears that you overcame your fear and destroyed the spirit. But there was another victim. The fact that you survived is at least a small mercy. It may seem cold, but please do not be overcome with regret. It's not comforting at all. I could be next. I've managed to defeat 3 spirits now, but my mark still hasn't disappeared. Feels like that terrible fact might just freeze the blood in my veins. But I vowed to fight against the mark. All I can do now is press forward. Mr. Yashiki, may I have a word? I looked through the other files in the garage after you left. I looked through the files in the garage after you left, and I found this. She hands over a file that says 8 shrine findings on the cover. Saya's Akujo's signatures in the corner. Akujo family guardians were housed there, so it makes sense that it was there. Go on, read it. Most of it is about how 8 Shrine was built in its history. It lines up with what Mary told us. Everything that happened from the anti-Buddhist movement to now is in here. But it looks like even Saya didn't know who stole the statues 50 years ago. Some pages are about 8 Shrine's Go Shintai, the item that houses the deity spirit. The shrine has 2, a mirror and a small Buddha statue called Nenjibutsu. The Nenjibutsu should be in a brocade pouch, but I never saw anything like that at the shrine. I wonder where it ended up. The last few pages contain notes on an investigation into the stolen statues. Mentions a rumor that started circulating a few months ago. Kei Miyamachi, North Road in H City. It's a backstreet that, due to the city's poor planning, it's covered in manholes. Because of that, people call it Manhole Road. You have tons of manholes? Well, hi. On a moonless night, a young woman was walking down it on her way home from work. An old sign reads, "Be wary of strangers." Suddenly fearful, she attempted to hurry her steps down that dimly lit back street. But she couldn't take a step forward. A noise, something heavy being dragged. And then a figure was discernible from out of the darkness. It was a woman with disheveled hair, wearing a burnt white robe. It cradled a headless Buddha statue as it were her only child. The shadows in her hair hid most of the face, but she could see blood-red lips twisted into a satisfied smile. Terrified by the eerie sight, she turned on her heel and ran away. Some distance away, she turned to look back. But the woman was gone. Oh. Statues were stolen 50 years ago, so it wasn't that woman, but I doubt it's that easy to find headless Buddha statues. Sure, she must know something. I asked Hanayome where the statues stolen from each shrine were. And now there's an unexpected lead. What a strange coincidence. If you can find those stolen statues and honor them at each shrine, the divine wrath will be quelled, and you might be freed from your mark. Another way that might possibly allow me to escape my mark. It's worth looking into at least. Oh, before I forget, you should take these too. Documents on the Hasagawa case that we found after you left. Read through them if you want. It's almost dawn. We must end today's investigation. Please rest. Oh, Suzu. Ida climbs the stairs sobbing. I'm heading to bed soon myself. My mark's finally gone. I think I'm going to sleep well tonight. There's no reason for you to stay any longer. You're right about that. I'll be leaving tomorrow. Sorry, but even 9 lives wouldn't be enough to survive staying here. You said it. But I'm grateful for all of this too. It gave me time to rethink my life. Ironic, isn't it? If I hadn't been cursed by a spirit, I'd be in that forest right about now. Christy's smile turns wry. Well, I'm off to bed now. Good night. Now then, Lord Yashki, please find me when you are ready. Farewell. Okay. We just did Hanayome. Rumors of Hanayome. With the end of the 90s, online infrastructure has advanced the popularity of a certain widely used BBS. Hanayome is an urban legend that sprung from that BBS. It goes as follows. Certain telephone booths in each city will let you talk to ghosts. If you go inside and wait, the phone will suddenly ring. Pick it up, and you'll hear a strange lip smacking. A woman will ask, "Have you seen it?" Rumors say you're supposed to reply with, "I haven't seen it." She responds with, "What do you want to see?" Someone actually followed the instructions and was able to find a missing pet. What a strange tale. A lot of people are interested in this ghost, wanting to find things or people who've become lost, but not a single one has ever mentioned getting a mark from her. But the circumstances seem to imply that the spirit gave the mark to Ida and Suzu. Plus, why is the spirit called a bride? If she appears as a bride, then someone must have seen her. 3 phone boxes in each city let you speak with a ghost. One seems to be the one Ida and Suzu used. It shouldn't take long to reach the other 2 by car. I'm concerned about the statues stolen from H Shrine too. If Hanayome can really tell us where they are, that would save us a lot of time. In the booth is a poster looking for info on a crime that happened nearby. The phone rings while I'm distracted, just like the rumors when I pick up a woman answers with smacking lips. But I can't get info on the statues from her, for some reason. Third phone. Hanayome is acting even more strangely than before. She seems anxious about being seen, or eyes in general. It's impossible to be sure since it's only over the phone. Plus the note we found outside the booth is disconcerting. "To Psycho, I'll dispel all of your heartache. So forget that horrible incident and take your quiet rest up in heaven." The garage shelves contain files on accidents and crimes within each city. The victims were abducted by a group as she was walking her dog in the forest while awaiting her wedding day. She was found by a phone booth along the highway the next day. But that's not all. The culprits photographed the assault and blackmailed her fiancé with photos for money. A few days later, all the stress caused her to kill herself. So she was abducted by while walking in the forest, and then she was found by the highway. Her fiancé went missing afterwards, with people believing he also committed suicide. Christy investigated the case back then. She says the fiancé was a famous musician. "To Psycho, I'll dispel all your heartache." Those words bother me, but there's something else too, and that's the fact that the culprits also went missing after she died. This ghastly case is still unable to gain full closure. The phone box that guided us to the case, the fact that the woman who hung herself wore a wedding dress, the connection to the forest by H Castle. The other mark bearers won't like it, but we need to go back to the forest. And then we go to the forest, found the dog. We found the tree with a bunch of photos with nails through the eyes, all men. And then we found body of her pet. We found in the garage that the body of her pet dog was found in the forest. Was it killed chasing after the culprits? Looks like the dog's name is on the collar, but how do you pronounce it? Doesn't look like English. In the bushes below the tree, I find a dirty instant camera. Take a picture, flash included. That voice will whisper to me, "To see is to perceive light." We find a skeleton buried in the ground with a worn suicide note with some cassette. Strangely enough, the content of the note matches up with the rumors of the fiancé's death. If the corpse is our fiance, then the tapes may be the songs we need. So then what was the whisper of the last? Trying to tell me. Last song, yeah. It might have all started with the lingering grudge caused by the tragic events. Hanayome was likely Psycho Hasagawa. So her fiance was a musician known as YMN back then. He made a name for himself by cross-mixing genres into his music, from rock and pop to classical and techno. Around the time of the incident, he had been working on a new album. The last song it was My Holy and dedicated to his fiance, but in the end the album was published without his final track. The song and her fiance's love finally reached Psycho. I'd like to think it's because of us in Genta. I hope their tragic tale has finally come to a close, but some things still don't add up. How did Hanayome suddenly get the power to bestow the mark? The answer might lie with the Buddha statue stolen from H Shrine. The files in the garage mention that the Buddha statues were stolen from H Shrine 50 years ago, right during the period of the chaos following the end of the war. Is there a connection? What's more, a year-old interview says someone witnessed a woman in white carrying a headless Buddha statue on the streets called Manhole Road. Maybe I should look into that. So, and then we'll save. Uh, what's the difference between these two? They're not that far from each other in time. Anyways, we'll save over that. Okay, and then, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and call it. We finished chapter 3. If we talk to the one, I mean, we can right now, but it like goes straight into, it just goes straight into the story. Okay, chapter 3, Hanayome ended. But I don't want it to like start talking because now this is like chapter 4. There's no saving at this point, so we'll leave that there. So we'll do chapter 4 tomorrow. We'll be back again. Start around 10 a.m. Pacific time again, and play another chapter. And then I think after that, I think this is like a 6-chapter game. Play a chapter each couple chapters each week. And then I would kind of want to do like a playthrough where we try to save all the people that died. Because the spirits have been killing a person each time. So we're kind of doing a playthrough where the spirit kills someone. You know, we're not actually saving the mark bearer, all of the mark bearers. We're saving some of them, but not all of them. One has to die, I guess. Sadly, this time it was the little girl who died. Very sad. Very sad. So, but we'll be back to this game tomorrow. Let's do some more. I'm excited. Thanks for everyone who stopped by. If you haven't already, make sure you give a thumbs up. If you're not following, you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications so you can be notified next time I go live. And yeah, we will continue this tomorrow. More Spirit Hunter Death Mark tomorrow. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.